What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. So in this video, we're going to talk about Loopring. LRC is something that comes up a lot in conversation in my live streams. And the reason why it comes up is because it's very popular. It once had this tie to GameStop, which I think it always will have this tie to GameStop in a big way. And we'll explain why my thoughts are there. But people bring it up because they always want to know what the news is, where this is going. Is it decreasing? Is it dying? Is it dead? Right? All of that stuff. Well, I'm going to explain all of that in this video, where my thoughts are, what I'm holding, and if I plan on buying more, if I plan on holding it for a longer period of time, what this can be, and if it still has potential above where it is right now. So before we get started in this, make sure you guys hit the like button, also hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more videos like this one, and make sure you check out some of the links down below. It does help out the channel quite a bit. And let's go ahead and jump into the video. So first, we're going to start out with an article here, just a little article, just to kind of explain where everyone's heads are and experts and analysts' heads are. But currently, as you see with this article, it says that Loopring receives a bearish rating on Tuesday, which was yesterday. Today's Wednesday, and it's time to jump ship, which I think it should change the title to "It's Time to Jump In," because a lot of people see these as opportunities, kind of like what I see. I see it as a huge opportunity at the level that it was at on Tuesday, and a lot of other people thought the same way. And I still see it as an opportunity where it is today. So if we look here, it's talking about how Loopring was down 4%. And, down to $1.17, while the rest of the market was down 0.07% at one point in time. Understand that most of the market is driven by Bitcoin and Ethereum. That holds a very large percentage of the entire market. If you're looking at Bitcoin, that's $800 billion market cap. And Ethereum is around a $300 to $400 billion market cap. So you're looking at basically half, if not more than half, the overall market cap, because the overall market cap is around $2 trillion. So that accounts for about 1.2, $1.3 trillion, right? So that really doesn't tell you too much, looking at the overall market being down, but looking at some of these smaller mid cap, small cap coins versus the larger cap coins, you're seeing a lot of those affected a lot more, which typically you will see whether it's in the stock market or it's in the crypto market. So understanding that it has a bearish tendency is not something that scares me. It's something that creates a buying opportunity for me. And a lot of people see the same way, because if you actually go over what Loopring did in the day, right, seeing it at $1.17 and dropping lower down to $1.12, and then increasing all the way up here to $1.24, actually seeing a decent size increase. And I understand all the way up here, I don't know, that's not really like a huge jump, but seeing it go all the way up to $1.24, $1.25 is definitely showing that it does have a buying opportunity at some of these lows. And I consider it a massive buy below 150. I consider it a massive buy below 125, below $1, of course, because there's so many people that support it. You can see the typical hold time. The typical hold time is 28 days here. And the overall circulating supply being close to 100% is huge. 1.3 billion LRC is very light, a very low amount of circulating supply, which creates a low market cap, looking at 1.6 billion. Now, I always consider the averages of market caps for a lot of these coins to reach that $1 billion mark at least once. And the total average I consider between 1 to 10 billion. So if you're looking at something that moves, it still has a lot of potential for growth from where it is. At least 5x is what you can see at the current rate that it's at. So where I'm looking at positivity as I go through a lot of my spreadsheets, crypto spreadsheets, to see where the positivity is, the popularity is still 40th. Now, it's not where it was, at a lower popularity, or I guess higher popularity if you're doing it by 1 to 100, right? But looking at higher popularity, it's not there, it's at 40th, but that's still considered pretty popular. And it's all really on the basis of, whether it had that connection with GME And even just with the thought of having that connection with GME, it created a long-standing connection with GME. Even if there is absolutely no connection at all, it creates a long-standing connection with GME because GME holders now hold on to Loopring and decided that they want to continue to hold on to it. No matter how many holders are actually there, right? So 28 days of typical hold time is pretty good, and it continues to increase as days go on. I wouldn't say every day it goes up, but every other day you see an addition of about a day, and it increases and gets up to obviously 28 days. Hopefully we can push more to 30 or 40 or 50 and see that run from there. Now, if you don't know what I'm holding when I go into my portfolio, I'm holding about $1,451 worth of Loopring. At the current price, that's 1,216 Loopring coins, which I do feel like I'm going to end up buying more because it does create a buying opportunity where the price is right now below 125, below 150. I see it as a huge buying opportunity for at least me. And you could say different. You could think completely different and think that Loopring is completely dead, but I don't see that. I understand that if there is no connection, that it creates less of an opportunity, less of growth, but I actually see it as creating more and more growth, as time goes on. So Loopring itself, I see it as a huge buying opportunity, as a huge coin for a lot of potential, especially with the amount of popularity, the way that people bring it up in live streams, they bring it up in my regular videos. They'll say, what about Loopring? Can you do a review on Loopring? It still has a ton of popularity. It has a big community on Reddit, a big community on Twitter. Not one of the largest communities, but it does have a community behind it, which is always a great sign. So no matter what happens with any type of tie to a big company, it still has something on its own. It still has something that applies to itself. And how much growth can we see throughout this position? Well, let's go into one of my spreadsheets here, and I'm actually going to look up Loopring and see if we can find it somewhere around here before we get into all of this. So let me bring this over here, and we're going to see Loopring, right? And currently, this is what we have built. The total supply at 1.3 billion. You understand the total max supply at 1.6 billion. You see the current price where it's at $1.19. That gives you a 1.5 or almost $1.6 billion market cap. $1.6 billion market cap is very low. Now, where's the potential? Just getting up to something of average, right? Average at $5, you can see this run up to $6.5 billion. That would be at $5. At $25, a $32 billion market cap. Is that insane to say? No. Is it something that it can't get to? I would say no, it's not impossible, right? Impossible would be something where we're like, all right, this is trillions of dollars of market cap with no potential chance of limiting the supply. Then that's something that's pretty much impossible. That's not going to happen. But even if you look at this at a level of $100, that's still a $130 billion market cap, which is kind of high compared to where we're looking at it now. But who knows what the future value will be, right? I look at this and say, this can potentially get to those levels, but somewhere that's more reasonable is you're looking at about a $30 price point or a $39 billion market cap. However, I don't know if this will be one of the top coins because right now a $39 billion market cap would put it up in the list of to compete with one of the top coins that are up there. So understand that Cardano is up at like the $50 billion market cap. And that I feel like has a lot more popularity, a lot more hold time, as it is. So when we look at Loopring, I definitely say it has potential. And am I going to hold on to the position? Yes, I'm going to hold on to the position. I'm going to probably most likely buy more as soon as I get some more money to put towards this. I'm going between that and Krill. And this is definitely one of those things where I might end up just splitting it and putting it, half and half in Krill, half in LRC, and just letting it run, right? Because I think that Loopring has its potential, but am I going to basically break the bank and put everything in that position? No, I'm not. So, long term, I'm thinking somewhere around that $25 mark to $30 mark. Short term, definitely around $5 to $10 when you're looking at, a few months when we start to see that crypto bull run. But that's my opinion, guys. You let me know what you think about Loopring. If it does have that potential, if we see something big with the position, if you think that we're going to see a tie to bigger companies. Let me know what your thoughts are and where you think it's going to go. But make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more videos like this one. Also, check out some of the links down below. It does help out the channel quite a bit. But this is my breakdown. This is my potential. I think it could go to a high in the long term of $25 to $30, kind of easily, if you're looking at it based on market cap. But I'm going to get out of here and I'll catch you guys in the next video.